Actually, that's when one becomes a victim, right? Instead of trying to take responsibility, one falls into victimhood. Exactly. We move towards victimhood and resignation as well. There's nothing worse than resigning because it's like saying, I can change it, but I tell myself this is how things are, so I do nothing either. Then there's another very important pillar, which is assertiveness. It's the ability to express our rights, likes, opinions, and desires in front of other people. Always with respect, but expressing what we feel, if there's something that displeases us or something we don't want. The ability to say no, which often becomes challenging when our self-esteem isn't strong enough. We fear what others will think, creating a confrontation, conflict, or the reactions we might receive, or ending up alone. So, that aspect is also very important. Then there's another one that I also value a lot, living with a purpose. We can't have good self-esteem if we don't have goals in our life, if we don't know where we're heading. In fact, I believe there are few things that generate as much anxiety in human beings as feeling adrift, not knowing where we're going, and that our life lacks direction. So, setting goals, having objectives, allows us to evaluate if the steps we're taking are moving us closer to that direction or not. And if we need to readjust, that's important too. The last pillar would be living with integrity, being people of integrity. Sometimes he explains this by saying that we should be individuals who try to promote self-esteem in others. That means being an example too. Treating everyone equally, treating everyone with respect, not judging, not labeling others, being clear about what we want, making room, accepting others as they are, but also setting boundaries, and knowing how to say no. The more we live as people of integrity, strengthening these 6 pillars, the more we will create people with good self-esteem in our environment through our example. That being said, I'm concerned about my children, for example. How do I determine if they have a good level of self-esteem or not? Because adolescence is quite complicated, and self-esteem during adolescence is a delicate matter. Certainly, that's true. Self-esteem, especially in identifying it, can be seen in whether they are confident or insecure children or teenagers. Normally, when they have very low self-esteem, we see it because they are especially insecure, always doubting the decisions they have to make. Perhaps we see that they compare themselves a lot with their friends, right? At that age, they need a lot of recognition and approval from others. So, when they don't receive it, it affects them significantly. If they don't have a good foundation, they can easily crumble. So, it's important to avoid comparing them to others, especially by parents. Avoid overprotectiveness, especially because sometimes they ask for help for everything, and it's because we've overprotected them too much. Let them make mistakes, let them experiment on their own, let them prove themselves. But when we see that their self-esteem is too low, showing them that we are there for them, that we trust them, giving them space, and reinforcing and recognizing their efforts and qualities, as well as what they put into overcoming each difficulty, or encouraging them to pursue their goals and what they desire, are the best tools. And a question: if you reinforce that self-esteem a lot, many times, we may think we are creating selfish or excessively proud individuals. To what extent? Where is that balance to have good self-esteem without going overboard? I don't know how. That's a question that is very common, and it's a fear that we often have. The truth is that strengthening self-esteem is about making your child or that other person feel strong and capable, important, and valuable just as they are, like all other human beings, like all other people are. In other words, it's not about conveying that they are the best of all or that they are above others or that others are beneath them, but that they have that importance, that personal worth, just like others do. Not above, but, and here we have to be watchful, not below either. What happens when we have self-esteem issues is that we compare ourselves and feel like we're beneath others. However, giving recognition, educating, or caring with a lot of affection won't make them believe they are superior, without a doubt.